Hey folks, happy Wednesday. You know, everybody always says that, Wednesday's hump day. Hey Lauren, Wednesday's hump day. I never call it hump day. Hey Razor, hey April, it's not hump day until I'm off work on Saturday and then it's over with. Hey Patrice, my dear friend, how are you? Yeah. As always, y'all, you can invite followers if you'd like. You can give hearts if you like. You can talk if you like. This is your scope. It's not mine. So, it's whatever you want. We're here. Hey, Hair.Guy. Hey, Denise. I just saw Salon Centric come in. Hello, Salon Centric. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We love Salon Centric. Y'all, I feel redundant sometimes when I start talking about Shasta, you're going to have to move. Some of the, yeah, Lauren, they whipped me too. Some of the stuff I see on Periscope, some of the stuff I see on hello, Vince. It's good to see you. On the forums, I just don't understand what happened to etiquette, and I don't necessarily mean are you really? Yay, what part? And I don't mean our periscopes. I mean, sometimes, I hit that button that says be brave or whatever, and Lord God, you are brave when you go to some of these periscopes, but it's mainly in the forums that I don't get it, I just don't understand how hard is it if you don't like something just to scroll on by, I don't see what good it gives you in your heart, in your soul, to say something negative about someone's, you're meeting her tomorrow? I didn't know that. I just don't understand what it does, Y'all, I see things I don't like. I see things I don't really like. But you know what? I just keep on scrolling, and y'all, I mean, I'm the first to tell you, I will defend someone's post for hours if I need to because somebody's on there being a jerk. You will not believe, y'all, how many messages I get from people all the time telling me that the reason they don't post, the reason they don't Periscope, the reason they don't do this is because they don't want to get tore apart. Isn't that a horrible way to feel, y'all? Tore apart? Well, then you're only about 25 minutes from me if you're driving to Knoxville. Why? Olaplex will definitely help with the breakage, and there's many ways to use it. And if you would like to message me on Facebook, I'll walk you through every single one of them. There's tons of ways of using it. There are many new, as with any newer product, things have developed. So there's even ways that are not on the website now. So feel free to message me. I'll help you all I can. Yeah, Star, there's tons. I don't understand, I mean, I've been getting about one new follower on Instagram per hour, and it's crazy, so I don't understand that, and probably 90% of them are hairdressers, so I'm blessed in that department. I don't understand how that's happening. Exactly, Sissy, if you don't, it's just, I don't understand why, and then they will say something negative, and then they'll tag somebody. Like, hey, I was just a jerk. Why don't you come be a jerk too? I just don't understand it. There are some of the most wonderful forums on Facebook, and how blessed are we to have these, y'all? Oh, here we go. We're so blessed to have them. So, I just don't understand. Why not be happy with that it's there, y'all? Why not be happy that you have this wonderful place to learn that's free, that should be drama free? If you don't like Olaplex, that's okay. Hey, Frankie, just scroll on by. If you don't like, Gold Whale, scroll on by. If you don't like Redken, scroll on by. But why do you enjoy going in there and creating a caca form? Just a storm. Hey, Tina, Tina, Tina. I just don't understand why everybody likes to make a manure storm. I just don't understand it. April, it happens 24 hours a day. It just happens. I just don't understand why like I said, y'all, it's just so simple. If you don't like, oh, we got a troll roll going, y'all. Just be patient. I'm blocking as fast as I can. If you don't like something, just keep your mouth shut. It's just that simple, Absolutely, Lauren. And you know what? And it really, really, really bothers me, y'all, because I'm very proud of my profession. I've been proud for 41 years, and it really, really drives me crazy when I see people do this, That is a big question about how do you use it, because you can use it so many ways. I would say go to Olaplex.com and download the Olaplex app. And then, if you have any questions, go to the Olaplex users forum and ask to join. And, if you have any other questions, message me. I'll help you. I've used it for nearly 2 years. Hey, Jennifer, you didn't miss anything, really. We're just getting started. So, I'll be glad to help. I'm not an employee of Olaplex, but I can sure tell you how to use it. I can tell you how not to use it, too. I sure can. So, I'll be glad to help any way I can. It's just sad. And what got this started was some posts today about, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it was. I don't know if y'all saw it day before yesterday, but Olaplex was, doing a perm, and I told y'all 6 months ago, you better get you some perm rods and dust off your perms, because perms are fixing to hit big. Well, Jillian Hogue, who I don't know if you know her or not, but she's a dancer, she's an actress, and she's a singer. Thank you, Patrice, sweet baby Jesus, Patrice. I'm losing it. Got a perm. And it was a really nice, just a very soft beach wave, and, I just can't believe that people had negative comments to say about it. If you don't like it, don't do it. If you don't like perms, don't give them. But keep your mouth shut. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I saw that you did. It's just crazy. Why do you... It must be an adrenaline rush. It just must be an adrenaline rush. And I don't know. I don't understand it. But like I told y'all, if you see me on a forum, and if you see me going back and forth with somebody, I'm not being an ass, y'all. I'm defending the post. Am I obligated to do that? Of course not. But I think it is my job to defend anyone who is brave enough to post on a forum, or brave enough to post anything on their page or whatever, and not have to be fearful that somebody's going to tear them to shreds over their work. Oh, and what a wonderful person that one was. Yep, Shotwell was wonderful. Jay. You know what? After the other night when I went berserk, and said the F-bomb, I decided I'm just going to block them. I'm not going to let them get under my skin. I'm too excited this week. It's just, Tina, I love you. It's just not worth my time this week, Oh my God, I get troll rolls all the time. We even made up that name, a troll roll. Here they come, One person will come in, and then they will share it, and all of their little troll friends will come and start trying to disrupt your scope. It's happening huge. It's just happening so big, But y'all, I just want to tell you that every forum, no matter what it is, if it's a company that you don't use their products, whatever that forum is, you can learn something if you go into that forum with an open mind. I don't use Go Well Color, but I'll learn things in the Go Well forum. There are some wonderful forums. Are there some bad ones? Hell yeah, there's some bad ones. But you can figure out which ones are bad pretty quickly. I counted today, and I was wrong. I'm a member of 131 forums. And I try to visit every single one of them at least once a week, twice a week. Some of them I visit every single day, and you can learn something. And in our profession, y'all. Hey, Nebo, I use Redken. I've used Redken for 37 years. 37 years. And I'm open to change. That's the good thing about it. I'm loyal to Redken, but I'm not against changing if it's need to be, if I find something better. And I do love Redken, y'all. I used Redken. The first salon I went to work in out of school was a Redken salon. When I say Redken salon, I mean we had trichometers. We had everything. It was Redken salon. It was a Redken scientific salon. And the color then was called custom color, and it was in square glass bottles. And then we had amino colors. And then, we've done this and we've done that. So Shasta, come here now. During that time period, if I catch you eating that cat's food one more time, baby, during that time period, have I used other colors? Oh, of course I have. I even taught for another color line, but I still use Redken Color, and I use theirs too. I didn't go to Redken school. I wished I had of. I went to a community college. We've talked about this before. I've been doing hair, y'all. I've been dressing hair for 49 years. It'll be 50 years next year. Thank goodness. I mean, I'm just real. 41 years. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said 49. Lord have mercy. 41 years. And I'm real excited about that, y'all, because, my goal is to make 50 years. It's to make 50 years and retire. But I went to a community college. I went to a community college in 1975, and I think it cost me $800. I got a great education. I got out of school and I went to work in a great salon with a lady who taught me so much. I mean, so much. I mean, she made me eat and drink hair color. My instructor in school made me love to mix color. And so then I decided I want to be an instructor. So I went to school and got my instructor's hours. Then I decided that I wanted to go to a different school to see their approach to instruction. So I went to another course of instructor's training. So I had 2 courses within 2 years. Then I decided that if I taught school, I wanted to teach these students, and this was a novel approach in the 70s, y'all, something besides the very, Shasta, get up here now. Get up here now. The very basics of education. So I went to school and I learned pivot point instruction. And I became a pivot point advanced styling instructor for my school. So for 3 hours every single day, I had the students and I was teaching them how to earn a living once they got out of school. They learned their basics in the mornings. Hey, Nick, and they learned their advanced trainings in the afternoon. And all right, Tina, have a good night, darling. That head you did today that you posted was beautiful. It was just gorgeous. So y'all, there's no such thing as bad. Yes, you can share it on Twitter and you can share it with your friends, Vince. There's no such thing as as bad knowledge. Is there bad education? Of course, y'all, there's bad education, but there's no such thing as bad knowledge. Because if you save it into your brain, it becomes knowledge, and that meant it was valuable to you. When you let it go, it was meant to be let go. And that's what I always tell my students. You grasp what you want, what you need. If you don't feel you need it, let it go. And I mean, let it go back here. Nick, I was just real upset because of the way some people's being treated. You're welcome, darling. about some people will be treating on its post. Hair Queen, there's several ways of using it on the website. The new way of using it is you're putting approximately 1/16 ounce in your wave solution before you put the waving solution on the hair. And so you're actually adding it to the Angel is pivot point, just not the most wonderful thing in the world, you know. So then you're doing that, and then you're still doing the older way of adding it after your neutralization. You're adding it to the rods, you know. So I mean, it's a little bit newer way, and that was the way Julianne's was done day before yesterday, you know, with the new perm, which Joe developed the new way. No, you don't process any long. I mean, no longer. You know, you process according to the curling of the hair. You know, I mean, as always, you still are following the rules of perming. You know, of permanent waving. You're still addressing a test curl. You're checking that curl. All you're doing now when you're adding it to your perm solution is as the perm solution is breaking the bonds in the hair and literally breaking them and making them go around to take the shape of the perm rod. The Olaplex number 1 is in there to help immediately start strengthening them when the bonds are being broken. So then when you're neutralizing and it rehardens the hair, you know, it rehardens the hair, then we're putting the neutralizer right on top of the rod, and it helps to reform those bonds, you know, as it's rehardening. So, you know, that's all a perm is, y'all, is a softening and a rehardening, a softening and a rehardening. You're softening it so it can take the shape of the rod, and you're rehardening it so that it can contain that shape of the rod and hold that shape. So by adding Olaplex to the whole process, you're just continually building bonds and making the hair stronger. So, like I said, you know, it's I told y'all 6 months ago I'm psychic, you know, to get your perm rods. I think that Patrice. Oh yeah, y'all, I do perms. I've never not turned a perm away. You know, I have very strong feelings on saying that we don't do something. You know, I have very strong feelings. I think that when we say I don't do this, that you're doing yourself a disservice. You know, I can assure you right now, tomorrow, if someone called me and wanted to come into my salon, and if I had an opening and they wanted their hair rolled on rollers and put under the hairdryer, guess what? They would get an appointment. If someone called me tomorrow and wanted a relaxer, they would get an appointment. So, you know, when we do not do something, we sell ourselves short. Now, I'm telling all of you because you're my friends, you know, I would tell you this right here, that if you're not perming hair, get you some rods, get you a mannequin. Absolutely, Vince. Y'all, you know, I mean, y'all, I look at things. I look at magazines. I go online. I look at magazines. I'm seeing waves. I told y'all this 6 months ago. You know, look on the runways on the fashion shows. Look what you saw in the fall is happening now. Look to the European market. Look to Paris Fashion Week. Look to London Fashion Week. You know, look to see what's happening elsewhere, and it's going to be happening here, y'all. I mean, you know, we have a tendency, and we always, oh my God, here's another troll. You know, we always have a tendency to follow trends. You know, so, you know, you need to look, you know, at women's, you know, you need to look at many things, y'all. Look at as many fashion weeks. Oh, that one couldn't even spell, y'all. You know, and like I say, go on the European markets. You know, absolutely. Patrice. Look at, you know, look. I can't even talk. That he was trying so hard to spell it. It took him 4 times to spell it. You know, it's just, how funny is that? But they don't have a life, and that's the problem. Patrice, don't start. I get tickled because I'm tired. You know, you know you'll get me off toward it. I get tickled. You know, I just can't understand. I would be embarrassed and turn my telephone off if I did that. I really would. Just, I would be so embarrassed that I couldn't be a good troll. They need to throw him out of the troll role. Uh, you know what? I've always had a system to my perms about what I pick. I always have two perms in my arsenal that I love for normal hair. I have two perms that I love for tinted hair. I have two perms that I love for highlighted hair and two perms that I love for bleached hair. I always have done this. And I swap, I spend a lot of money trying products. When there's a new perm comes out, I buy one. You know, I try it. If I like it, I love, love, love those perms. I love Tress Appliance. It's one of the best perms on the market. I love, I love appliance. I love it. I love Tressa perms. They do it right. They do the perms right. Uh, I love I love K-Pac's Acid Extra Body Perm. It's a beautiful perm. And I try everything new. Everything new I try to try. Pravana's coming out with their new. Pastor Lee, what is your problem? Oh, Pravana's coming out with their new for blondes line, and it should be out, probably the first of the month. And it's going to have a purple shampoo, a purple conditioner, a purple leave-in. I mean, spray just like the intensive therapy. So I can't wait to try it. I love them, Jennifer. I love them all. I do. So like I said, I try to keep two and two and two and two, for my arsenal. Do I perm highlighted hair? Sure I do. Do I perm bleached hair? Of course I do. I don't have a bit of problem. If someone called me tomorrow and had the whitest bleached out hair in the world, if their hair, now let me say this again, if their hair will handle a perm, they'll get a perm, you know. Oh yeah, Danny, you can perm over highlights. There are perms that are specifically made now for perming hair that's over 50% highlights. Absolute Razor Inner Secret is a wonderful perm. A wonderful perm for highlighted hair. So that old excuse of Night Nick, that old excuse of, oh, I can't perm your hair because you've got blonde in it is and was and has been exactly that, an excuse. You most definitely can perm highlighted hair. Nebo appliance. I really like appliance. I like appliance because it's got exactly, there you go, Jennifer, appliance. That would just be my go-to for it. That would be my go-to. And I just love it because appliance can be for so many things. But it has never let me down for highlighted hair. Oh yeah, Tress Appliance, wonderful perm. Look it up online. All. Yeah, if I did the highlights, but even if I didn't do the highlights, if I, of course I would test it. It's Tressa, and you can get it at State, RDA, Salon Centric. And State, RDA, Salon Centric. I'm sure others, but I know those three for sure. For sure. Listen at me, for sure. So, like I said, y'all, this is something this is a very valid conversation tonight. This is not necessarily therapy, but perming is going to hit huge. I'm just telling you, y'all, it's going to hit huge. You need to start investing in you some perm rods. You need to start getting, different types, things to play with, I don't do the spiral rod anymore because I can wrap a spiral perm on a regular perm rod and get a great beautiful curl. I don't necessarily know that spirals are going to be back to normal, but I think we're going to see huge market, y'all, for waves. And I mean just waves. I don't mean curls like we've seen in the past, some, but I think we're going to have a huge market for waves. I think it's going to start hitting, y'all. When you've got people like Julianne Hogue, and and she's just the start, you're going to see more people that start getting perms that are in the entertainment field, y'all. And you know that our profession is driven by people in entertainment, by people that are insta famous and things like this. So I'm just telling you, get your practice on, get your game on, and those are expensive rods. They're very expensive. And just start practicing. But Tracy, that's the look. It won't fall out in 2 or 3 washes. That's the beauty of it. But it looks like it just looks like a natural wave in someone's hair. And that's the look that's going to be requested. Well, you can call them, they're called many things. They're called beach waves, they're called, I just like to call it lived in. That's going to be what I'm going to call it in the salon, is just a lived in perm. No, baby, not right now. In a minute, okay? I mean, I kind of like the sound of lived in, and I think that's exactly what it looked like. It looked like a very lived in wave. It looked like she had natural wavy hair that just had that beautiful wave. Yeah, she's pitching a fit because midnight's in here, But anyway, y'all, you know what? I used to neutralize with a sponge years ago. I had a neutralizer sponge, and you would just dip it down into the neutralizer, and you would press it on the rods, and it just did such a beautiful job of neutralizing. So I think that we're going to see lots of comeback, y'all. I really do, and I think it's going to be fun, and I think it's nothing to be afraid of. I think it's nothing to shy away from, and it should be huge money. It should be huge money, y'all. It should be huge money. Perming hair is not cheap. It's never been. Yeah, Nebo. And they did a beautiful job. A beautiful job. And also something to go right along with this. I'm going to give her a plug here, y'all. Would be Jennifer's I Am Sparkle Girls Bib Buddies. What a match made in heaven for perms with her bib buddy. You're not going to get your client wet. You're not going to get. Are you talking about the cotton? I mean, that's the brand of cotton that I use. I use the cotton that has the coils. Yeah, I've used probably every method of perming hair you can use. Yeah, I use that brand of cotton. Yes, I use the one that has the reinforced, that has the little, that's kind of hard. More firmer, not the real cottony one. But yeah, the bib buddy goes right along with it, y'all. So I would say investigate that too, because it's going to be nice to not get them wet. Now, I don't get anybody wet anymore. I can't tell you how long it's been since I've gotten a salon guest wet using bib buddy. I just can't tell you how long it's been. It's been a long time, a long, long time. But anyway, y'all, think about those perms. Think about those perms. I will talk to y'all later. I have got to, not shampoo set. I have got stuff to get done to get ready to go to St. Louis Friday. And, of course, y'all, we will be scoping all weekend long. All weekend long. Look for Vinica. Look for my scopes all weekend long. Of course, we'll scope as much as we can from the guys' event. Then we'll be scoping from the show and scoping some education for y'all, scoping some classes, maybe find some new goodies for everybody to see. We've got a lot of cool things planned for y'all in the future. Vinica and I have got a lot of traveling that we're going to be doing, and a lot of fun things coming up. So, a lot of classes. We're going to be going to Nashville to Salon Centric. We're going to be going to New Orleans. Yes, we're going to be at Premiere. We're going to be at Premiere, and then we're going to be at Ruby's class in August. So, we've got a lot going on. Now I'm not going to go on the cruise in November. It's just that was hard for me. Next year it'll be a little bit easier because of the time frame. This was too hard for me to leave in that time of year in November. just to. And Vince, welcome to our scopes here. We do a Monday night business building, we do a Wednesday night hair therapy, and we do a Saturday night hair church. So grab everybody and come on back. I try to usually do it about 10:30 or 11 Eastern time. I've got Nebo. I've got 6 huge battery packs, so we got tons of power. So just grab everybody and come on. We have people popping in and out all the time, Vince. All the time. And y'all, Vince has some great forums here too on Facebook. So Vince, give yourself a plug and tell everybody your forums here. And y'all need to go and see his forums. They're just like I told y'all. There's great education on Facebook. We just don't have to be butts. Are you, Patrice? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I'm proud of you. That'll be great. That will be great. Oh Lord, don't y'all start talking about no taxes. That's that's off limits for in here. No, it makes me, I can't stand the thoughts of it. I just always get an extension and boom, do it. So, uh, I can't stand it. I mean, it just is. That's the most nerve-wracking time for me. It's just, hate it, hate it, hate it. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. Hair hugs. Y'all, I'm always as close as a message. I'm as close as phone call. And y'all, remember my thing, y'all. Listen to the whispers until you hear the words. Night, y'all.